one of the main reasons why people keep fighting and breaking up in their relationships, whether in marriage, whether in boy-girlfriend relationship, is that people find it difficult to control their emotions or their feelings in the relationship. So in this video, I'll show you how to control your emotions or your feelings in a relationship, so that you can avoid fights in your relationship. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. One of the ways that you can control your emotions and your feelings in a relationship is that you need to pause and think before you act. So when there's an issue in a relationship, the way that you can control your emotions, just take a pause. Think about whatever has happened before you act. That will help you to avoid coming up with a behavior that is unwanted and therefore creating a fight or conflict in your relationship. So pause, think before you take any action. That is one way you can control your emotion. Another way you can control your emotion or your feeling in a relationship is to learn how to process your emotions or your feelings before you act. So when something has happened in a relationship, whether a disagreement or whatever it may be, or an argument, you want to learn to process your emotions. Find somewhere, just be, think about it, process the whole thing emotionally before you take any decision. Because if you process it, and just in case you're having an emotional feeling about the event that is not right, you can't deal with it better and therefore act appropriately. Another way you can deal with your emotion in a relationship to avoid conflict is that take a moment and then ask why when something happens. So when an issue has come up in your relationship, take a moment with yourself. Ask why. Try to find out the reasons why the person did what they did, your partner did what they did. So if you can ask the question of why, then you would know, you better be able to understand the situation and therefore know how to act in order to control your emotions or act appropriately emotionally in order to avoid fights in a relationship. And if you want to control your emotions in a relationship, to avoid fighting, stop dwelling on negative thoughts. So negative thoughts is something that can make you not be able to control your emotion because you are thinking negatively. Just in case your husband is talking to another woman, you start having negative thought that he has something to do, he want to have sex with that woman. This negative thought will make you not be able to control your emotion, and it will make you be able to come out and act in a stupid way. And then later you realize that you've made a mistake, and the reason behind your mistake was that you were thinking negatively, and this affected your emotions or your feelings negatively. You need to be careful how you speak when you are angry if you want to be able to control your emotions in a relationship. When we are angry, there are a lot of mistakes that we do. There are a lot of things that we can say which may not be appropriate. So one way to control your emotions is that be careful the way you speak, the words that you use when you are angry. If you are a bit careful, you can control your emotions and use the right words even when you are angry. If you want to be able to control your emotions in a relationship, then learn how to communicate. So learn how to communicate in a relationship can definitely help you to control your emotion. Don't scream when you are shouting. Don't use bad or hurtful words to your partner when you are having a discussion. Learning these communication skills can definitely help you to control your emotions and your feelings and therefore avoid conflicts or fights in your relationship. Also, when something has happened in a relationship, if you want to be able to control your emotion, all you need to do is to take deep breaths, before you talk or you act. When your partner has done something that has got to you so much, just take a deep breath, breathe in and then breathe out. Make sure you cool down with this technique before you talk or before you act in any way. Again, when an issue comes up in a relationship, you need to accept the fact and be rational. If you can take some time to think rationally and logically about what has happened, you will better be able to understand it and therefore control your emotions even in a better way before you act. But if you don't take time to think rationally or logically about whatever event or issue that has occurred between you and your partner, you are likely to lose your emotions and act in a very nasty way. Another thing you can do is to talk to a trusted friend or a family member when tensions are too high in your relationship. When you have so much tension between you and your partner, talking to a third party that you trust, maybe a therapist, maybe a friend, maybe a family member that you trust, this can help you to cool down. This can help you to see some other views in the situation or in the event that you are not seeing together with your partner. And this will help you to be able to control your emotions. Another way you can control your emotions in a relationship and avoid fights is that you have to learn to forgive and move on. If you love someone, you cannot hold things against them all the time that you would never really want to forgive. You always want to hold something so tight. that will bring a lot of conflict in the relationship. So to control your emotions and act in appropriate way and nice ways, learn to forgive and then move on. The last thing you can do to control your emotions, maybe see a clinical psychologist. If you have issues with controlling your emotions in your relationship, see a professional like myself, a clinical psychologist, to help you learn how to control your emotions even better and therefore be able to handle situations in your relationship. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next episode.